Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing your daily Walking Dead video for today, leading up to the third season for Fear the Walking Dead. This one we're going to give our thoughts. We're going to kind of break it down on a new preview clip we have for Season 3 of Fear at Brokejaw Ranch. And spoiler warning as usual, if you guys do not want to know anything about Season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead, I'm going to give my thoughts on a new inside look, or a behind the scenes, so to speak, preview video that's been released on thewalkingdead.com's website. Link will be in the description. Click the link in the description and you guys can watch it, because I don't think it's been uploaded to AMC's YouTube channel yet, so a lot of you guys may not have seen it. And it's really good. It's a really cool clip. There's lots of stuff in it. They introduce us to some new characters, and we get a look at what it looks like we're going to see for Season 3 of Fear, at least for a good portion of it. So we've got Brokejaw Ranch, a new community, which we've seen a little bit in some of the previews, and from the clip, it looks like they're going to be spending, I would think, at least a few episodes there for the most part. I'm wondering if this might be kind of like Fear the Walking Dead's prison or something like that, because sometimes Fear the Walking Dead does kind of, it has some similarities. It kind of follows the same kind of path, so to speak, as the original Walking Dead, at least in some ways, with Celia and that, and the fire and everything that happened, the walkers. So it feels to me like they kind of, the way they do Fear is it sort of sometimes goes down the same kind of path. So we'll have to see how long they spend at this ranch and how how it works into the story. Now, it does seem to be kind of like an isolated community. They're in like a valley, and it seems like it's kind of, they've said it's like self-contained, self-sustainable. So they've got solar power. They can grow their own food, vegetables. They've got some farming. I've got cows, food, this kind of deal, and renewable energy with the solar and all that, and enough to survive on this ranch. I'm assuming this is back in the U.S. now, because everybody there looks American. So that's what it's looking like to me. We'll have to see. They're filming it in Mexico, they said, but the location to me looks American because of the characters, of course. So pretty cool. So it starts off, we've got Kim Dickens, who plays Madison, of course, who says most of these folks are civilians, and she talks about kind of, they've got like a small gate, this kind of deal, and some barbed wire and stuff like that going around the ranch. It looks like with some weak fences, I'd say. Then welcome to Brokejaw Ranch. Then you got Alycia, who says this season we get to enjoy the most beautiful valley, and you get to see kind of some shots of the valley and everything. We get introduced to what seems like the leader of this community, Jeremiah Otto. It looks like it's his ranch, so I'm assuming he is kind of the overarching leader of this group. And he says this is the safest place to live in a world gone mad, which is kind of cool. It kind of echoes what Strand said about world going mad, that kind of deal, last season. So most people would be, or was that season 1? Most people would be damn grateful to be here, and they don't seem to be. So, but I think that they've seen a lot of the world. They understand that even though the place looks great right now, we'll have to see what happens with it, because of course the world has gone mad, as they've said. Then we've got Travis, and we've got a couple new characters on the show. Cliff Curtis tells us about. We've got Troy and Jake Otto, who I'm assuming are same last name, so probably sons of Jeremiah, which sounds good. Now we'll have to see how that works out. And whether or not our group, are they going to be allies permanently? Is there going to be a falling out? Is there going to be something happen? Are they going to get, kicked out or something? We'll have to see. So the owner of the ranch, and then we've got built by preppers, solar powered, all that kind of stuff. Nicholas, I don't trust these people. Someone calls them a freeloader, so we see one of the people there calls them a freeloader, which is funny. And then Madison says, excuse me. And then Alycia says, what's your problem? Then we've got Madison to Nicholas, who says, bring our family together, take what we need, stop anyone who gets in our way. So, pretty cold and pretty badass too. Madison, a super badass female in Fear the Walking Dead for sure. Alycia says insane. Don't know what. Probably some proposition or idea for something they're going to do. Maybe in the premiere, I'm thinking maybe they'll get captured as part of the premiere. Find Nicholas and the others, somehow get out, escape, and find their way to this ranch. In the first couple couple episodes, maybe episode 2 or 3, they'll find this ranch and stay there for a little while until things start to go bad or something. And Madison says, no, it's our fate. So I'm thinking like fighting to survive, having to do things they don't want to do, having to murder people, having to kill and whatever they've got to do in order to survive. Madison seeing it as it being their fate. So from the last, so that's pretty much it for the inside look at Fear. I like it. It looks pretty good. The only thing that worries me is that it's so isolated by itself. I wonder how they're going to get them out of there eventually. Like if they're going to stay there, it doesn't look to me like a place where you have to worry about walkers at all, zombies at all. So, the question to me is like, okay, well, what's going to happen is the group that Strand is involved with, where he's getting hung over the rail, or the group that they escaped from, going to somehow find out where they went to this ranch and then attack it or something. Some really good questions, because the ranch is like a heaven in a zombie apocalypse. Like you've got self-sustaining everything. You can live there as long as you need to. It looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. They had to build a road to, for them to actually use it for the show. And so it's just interesting to me. Like, how are they going to get them out of this place if they go there? They look like they're going to be safe. Of course, zombie apocalypse survival horror series, something has to go wrong in order for them to keep the show exciting. Otherwise, just seeing them chill on the ranch for a while could be pretty boring. So we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking like either group attacks or they somehow get themselves kicked out or something. So it could be really interesting, though. In addition to that, we'll do a few of you guys' questions. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, how you're feeling for Fear, because we're getting pretty close now. We have a few weeks left to the premiere date. So I am pretty excited. It looks pretty good. And the premiere especially looks like it's going to have a lot of action and be very fast-paced. So that I'm most excited for. This part at the ranch, I just maybe most excited to see how it turns out, because it's really hard to tell. They can't have them there for long, because otherwise it would get pretty boring just having them chill out at a ranch or something. So we'll do a few questions from you guys for today. First one was from Andy G, who says, from the last 7 years at Comic-Con, which is your favorite Walking Dead trailer that has premiered from seasons 1 all the way through 7 at this point? What is your favorite? And his favorite is the season 6 trailer. So yeah, man, you got it. That's my favorite too. The season 6 trailer, you got Rick running. I even did in the channel, I did like a parody of it. You got like Rick running. We both started out in the same place. That's just... I really, really loved season 6, man. Season 6 for me, I don't know why. Everyone's different on this. Everyone has a point in the series where like it was their absolute favorite. For me, season 6 was it. I mean, I was more excited for Walking Dead during season 6 than at any other time in the series. Of course, all the trailers are always exciting, but the season 6 trailer for me was it was so epic, and it just looked so awesome. It just, like, when we looked at it, it looked to me like something we had never seen before, like something to that scale that we had never seen before with all the zombies and everything. It was like, oh my god, it's so awesome. Looks so great. So the season 6 trailer, I'd have to say, would be my favorite. Season 5 was good too. Season 7 was okay, but a lot of it was flashbacks, so that did affect, they didn't bring us that much new stuff. But yeah, I'll go with season 6 right now. And the others, all the others are good too, but definitely those. Next one was Game of Thrones season 7 and The Strain season 4 are both premiering the same date on July 16th. Any thoughts, and which will you be reviewing? Going to be Game of Thrones for sure. The Strain is in its last season. It's an FX series. FX series, no matter how good they are, no one ever watches. I think it's because a lot of people do not get FX, so they don't get a chance to even really watch it. Almost nobody watches The Strain. I like The Strain a lot. I reviewed it for years, but after about like 2 or 3 years, I started like not reviewing it, because I would do a review and there'd be like 5 comments or 10 comments, and it'd be like, that's it? Nobody else watched it? It's like, no, nobody else watched it. So I love to review stuff, and I'm going to watch it, but, there's no point in me doing a review if only 10 people are going to, comment and get hyped for it, because that's what it's all about for me, is just enjoying it. And if there's nobody else there, wanting to talk about the series, then it's no big deal for me. So definitely Game of Thrones, so I will do, and maybe I'll do a review for the premiere of The Strain. You guys can write a comment below if you're excited for The Strain. It's last season, so it is their last season, so maybe I should review it, because it's the final hurrah, so to speak. lately. But damn FX, man, it happens every time. They had that also with Fargo. Fargo had an amazing first season, and just nobody saw it. Jen's control problem says, Jen's control problem. Do a video called What I Want to See in Season 8 besides All Out War and the Whispers. I love how the name is her control problem, and she doesn't ask me a question. She commands me. Do a video called... Like, hey Trev, hey Trev, could you do a video about blah 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 blah, or you know, hey, Trev, how's it going? I'd really like to see blah 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 blah. No, do a video called. Okay, you're gonna do it. What I want to see in Season 8 besides All Out War and the Whispers. So maybe I could do that. I'll look into it. I probably will do like a what I want to see type of video for Season 8 of The Walking Dead. You know, I can't wait for the trailer, which will be in July, of course, too. But I mean, All Out War should be freaking epic. We should get to see, you know, a lot of action, a lot of back and forth, and a lot of zombies. So it should be wicked cool. Should definitely be better than Season 7, that's for sure. And aside from that, I mean, you know, some character dynamics, some character development. You know, Rick and Michonne maybe getting married or something like that would be really cool to see. And the Whispers eventually showing up maybe near the end of the season, or some Easter eggs, stuff like that. So I can get into some more details and maybe do a whole video on it, on specifics on what I want to see this upcoming season, or like a top 10, what I want to see or something. And last one will be from Breaking Rick, who says, Q&A Trev, would you give up YouTube to star in The Talking Dead? It's akin to Travis potentially leaving Fear to star in Avatar. So I hear what he's saying. And I should say this too, after the video I did on Travis being cast in, Cliff Curtis being cast in Avatar, I don't fault him for taking the role in Avatar. You know, obviously, it's a huge role, you know. He's going to make tons of money, probably way more than he makes in Fear, and it's going to be great for his career and everything, so of course he's going to take it. I'm just saying that, you know, I love Fear the Walking Dead too, and I really hope that he's going to be able to do both. From what I've read online, it looks like he's going to do both, and that's the way it's going to be. You know, I'm kind of old school like that. Would I give up my channel? No, I wouldn't, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, if he can do both, that's cool. Like, if I could do both, that kind of thing, it never happened. But I understand what you're saying. You're saying hypothetical. But would I sell out my channel and sell out you guys to do something like that? No, I would not do that. So, you know, I don't fault him for doing it either, you know. But he's not, again... It sounds like he's going to do both. So it doesn't sound like he's going to leave Fear, be killed off of Fear, just to go do Avatar. If they told him he had to, then I would hope, like, he had to leave. He wouldn't be able to continue to do both. He'd have to choose one. You know, again, I wouldn't fault him for doing that. But, you know, for me personally, he might not be as passionate about The Walking Dead as I am, obviously, and about doing this with you guys here on YouTube, which is my true passion. And, yeah, it keeps me going, absolutely. So I definitely would not do that. So, yeah, that'll be it for today's Q&A, guys. Let me know what you think. Write your comments below. How are you feeling for Fear after you saw this inside look at it? What are you thinking about it? Do your predictions and everything. And if you like this video, please thumb it up below. You can share, you can favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, don't forget, guys, appreciate all your support. Thanks for everything, guys. Subscribe at the bottom left. And I'll see you guys again probably tomorrow for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. I'll see you soon.